Welcome to today's recipe of a crock pot chicken noodle soup. So this is a healthier version in a sense that we'll still be using chicken breast, pasta noodles, although these are going to be made from chickpeas. And you also have organic chicken beef stock. So these actually come packed with protein as well. I've got a bay leaf hanging on top of here. We've got some fresh rosemary sprigs, green onion, celery stalks, and 10 ounces of carrots. Like I said, the chicken's about 1.5 pounds, and each of these would be about 8 ounces. So you're looking at 16, I'm just kidding. Each of these will be 32 ounces. So you're looking at about 8 cups in total for the beef stock. Now, the bay leaf, I already just broke in half, whoops. So first to start, we're gonna actually start our crock pot, about 6 hours on total for that with just the chicken, and then we'll go ahead and add another 2 hours from there. So you actually, if you have a dial meter, mine's gonna be right about 8. You wanna make sure that you keep the 8 in there and then put a timer for 6 hours yourself. Once we get the chicken, we're gonna pull it out, shred it with 2 forks, and then go ahead and add in some parsley, and I believe our noodles will take about 30 to 40 minutes to cook in total. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so our crock pot is on right now and currently set to the 8 hours. So we're just gonna pour in the chicken. In my opinion, this is the grossest part, but I understand. Once we have this in here, we'll go ahead and add the broth. Organic chicken stocks I have from Pacific Foods. You can just squeeze through this. Now, you want to make sure that the chicken is fully coated so it's cooked all the way through. So you can prep this in advance, kind of while you're getting ready for work or if you're heading out for the day, and then come back and this should be ready to go for you. So I just set my timer. It's 11:15 right now, adding the 6 hours to it. I'll be able to pull out the chicken around 5:15 and then take the extra 30 to 40 minutes just to get the pasta part ready, and everything's already stocked up. So we're gonna go ahead and add our green onions, celery, carrots, rosemary, and go ahead and season this up. The bay leaf should be somewhere as well. Oh, there it is. So the bay leaf as well. Okay, so moving on to our green onions, I'm gonna take some of these limp ones out of the way. Not necessary for us. So I'm a huge fan of green onions, but I like them nice, crispy, and fresh. So I like green onions nice and fresh. So taking off the ends of that makes it a little bit easier. And cutting all the way through. These are ready to go. Rosemary sprigs can go as well. I'm just gonna flip these off. Now you can just pinch your fingers to the end and then swipe up now. As I start to get a little bit towards the end of it, that might be a little tougher. But with the branches that are thick, you can just pull from here and swipe up. We'll take that, add this over, and then our carrots will be last. Okay, so we have our celery in so far. Rosemary, green onion right here. The bay leaf is already in. All right, so cutting up your celery stalks. You wanna take off the ends. Now, these are not terrible for flavoring, but they're not the most appetizing, so I usually take them out of the soup. And then lining these up parallel, nice, thin, even lines all the way across. Okay, so adding the ends first. Now it's just down to the 10 ounces of carrots. So roll these out and we'll start cutting them back into the bowl because it's quite a lot. So again, grabbing maybe a few at a time. Coining these in. Okay, now that we're finished with the carrots, we can put the ring back on and get started to the slow cooker. So as you can see, the slow cooker is already warming up. I'm just gonna open up the sides here. Toss in the carrots. Add in some salt and pepper. I prefer freshly ground over already ground black pepper. If there's an opportunity for you to freshly grind something to get more flavor out, please do so. This should be good. So I'm just gonna whisk this around a little bit in here. Okay, last ingredient to add is 3 ounces of our minced garlic. So this is 1, to, if you have a clove and you can crush it up, even better. I just found this in my mom's fridge, and then just stirring that together a little bit more. Cover the lid of the crock pot and then just clip onto the sides. Let this sit, and we'll pull this out at about 5:15 just for the chicken, and then go ahead and put in the noodles. Okay, so now that we put everything in, we're just gonna go ahead and wait 6 hours for the chicken to cook all the way through. We'll pull it out, shred it with the 2 forks, and then finish cooking with our noodles. Stay tuned. All right, so it's been 6 hours and our chicken is cooked and ready to be shredded. So as you see here, oh, it's already shredding. Epic. Man, the chicken is falling apart already. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna put the pasta in here to cook. It's an 8-ounce box, so this should be perfect in portion size. And then just stir it around a little bit and let that start cooking for about 30 to 40 minutes. We'll keep the lid off while we shred this out. Come over here. All right, so the chicken looks really nice already, super shredded here. It was falling apart on me as I was just trying to pull it out of the crock pot. So you're just gonna use 2 forks and just see if you can shred up the meat nice and fine, but at least giving it a few clumps so that way you can still pick at it and get a bite out of your soup. And while the pasta is cooking, we'll just go ahead and add these shredded chickens back in here. I should say add the shredded chicken breast back in here. So this is another way to cook meat. If you don't have time to cook chicken while you're at home, you can just slow cook it and then shred it when you get home from work. Another thing is, I know quite a few friends of mine that are parents will also get a rotisserie chicken. Rotisserie chicken is not bad. Just make sure you remove the skin off to make it a little bit healthier for yourself. But look at that, that looks beautiful. We're just gonna go ahead and add this back into the slow cooker, or crock pot, and let that simmer with the pasta for about another 30 minutes. Be good to go. Perfect. Just pour this in. Whoops, flying chickens. The last thing I'm gonna add is the parsley, and we're good to go. Okay, so just adding some of these leaves in here. You wanna rip the leaves a little bit so that way they give their zest or their bite that they have. So we're just gonna top this lid back on here. Time this out, another 30 minutes. Okay, so our chicken noodle soup is just about done. I'm excited to just share this with my family. So rather than divvying it up into the 5 to 6 portions, I'm actually gonna go ahead and give this to my family tonight. There's 5 of us, so we'll split it up into 5 servings. It looks amazing if you can tell. I'll move this food scale out of the way. But noodles are all nice and cooked. Chicken is perfectly shredded. Seasoning is in here. All right, I'm excited to go eat with my family. Let me know what you think and send more ideas my way if you are able to just upgrade, upscale, try a new seasoning, a new flavor. Let me know what your twist is on it, and I hope you enjoy.